Do not stop clapping, please. Sanwo-Olu.
Don't worry. When our guests, when they go, we'll do housewarming. The head of service is the owner of the property, so he will do proper housewarming. The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, my father and our leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, here ably represented by my senior brother, a man that I have tremendous respect for, who sits today as the head of the National Assembly, but also as the President of the Senate and Chairman, National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, uncommon Senator, most distinguished Senator Dr. Godswill Ojota-Opebi, GCON. Thank you very much, sir. The Chairman of the Progressives Governors Forum and Governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodinma, my brother, the Governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Zulu, the Governor of Bayelsa, the Governor of Ogun State, my neighbor, who were planning to take over and just annest, but they want us to remain in Lagos, Prince Dapo Abiodun, my twin, Mr. Deputy Governor, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, my darling wife, Dr. Mrs. Claudiana Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu. Let me respectfully also adopt, after acknowledging my speaker, all of the very well laid out protocols that have been well said because of time and the fact that some people have to still go outside of the state, and say that all protocols duly observed. But let me personally also thank our father, Baba Olusi, for taking us through the memory line of how it has been foretold that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will indeed, at some point in time, be leading this great nation. Thank you, Papa, and we'll continue to ask God to bless you, to bless all of you, to give glory to all of the support we are given. My brother, the former governor, is here, Mr. Akim Ambode. Thank you very much for continuing to give us the support. I'd like to start by once again welcome Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, in absentia, welcome him back home. And thank you for generously giving your time and attention for the commissioning of the several landmark projects in our state over the next 2 days. Our administration in Lagos State has just a little over 400 days left, meaning we count our days. This administration has precisely 416 days to hand over in May 29, 2027. Out of our 2,922 days that we have been serving the people of Lagos, we have worked, we have toiled for this state. We leave it better than we met it. And we've done so by looking up the excellent model and legacy of a leader who discharged a similar responsibility long before us as the 12th governor of the state. A standard that you have set that is still standing here today. Indeed, Mr. President, your presence here today is in itself a gift, a testament that the leader who once walked those corridors as a governor, who laid the foundation and infrastructure of modern Lagos, now the ones that we are building on, have returned. This is a mark of a man whose work is never finished because his vision is never small. From the early days of your administration as governor, you understood something that many had not yet grasped, that governance, as it most effective be, is an act of building, an act of ensuring that institutions outlive us, and an act of ensuring that systems are created on condition which people can build and develop themselves upon. When others saw a sprawling, chaotic megacity, you saw the potential. When others counted problems, you counted possibilities. When Lagos you left behind was structurally different from the Lagos that you inherited. And it is that transformed Lagos that we, your successor, have continued to build upon. It is therefore always with a great sense of pride that we host you, Your Excellency, at this project commissioning. For us, it's a chance for us to practically demonstrate how your leadership and legacy has continued to shape us at present and continues to shape Lagos, which is the future of Africa and Africa's most consequential megacity. Today is one of such presidential commissioning and a moment that we will cherish for a long time, for many reasons, one of which has to do with what projects are being commissioned here today. We believe that this project will change life, will impact the meaningful economy of our state, and it will change the narrative positively for every Lagosian. We have presented today 3 distinct projects: the Ojota-Opebi link bridge, which we've just driven through. It has addressed mobility, and it also ensured and improved the quality of life. Like Mr. Deputy Governor said, journeys that either will have taken 40, 45 minutes, now will take less than 10 minutes. In fact, 4 or 5 minutes, and people can interconnect. This is real economy. This is real dividend of democracy that we're passing on to our people. The Lagos State Geographical Information System, largest building, which we have also just seen, addresses very difficult urban planning and management issues in our state. The Lagos State multi-agency, which we currently have, which we currently have, is meant to be for public service. And I think the head of service and the former head of service that have also attest to that. But let me start with the new bridge, the Opebi link bridge, which is a 5.2-kilometer transport corridor, comprises of a 2.0-kilometer road and 2.8-kilometer bridge decompile with 176 meters of adjoining roads, which adorns from Ikeja, Maryland, into the Ojota corridor, has been one of the busiest routes in our state. It's relied on by tens of thousands of Lagosians on a daily basis. Every bottleneck along this corridor naturally translates into congestion that is felt within the life and the businesses of many Lagosians. People have lost time, it has reduced productivity, and we say that under our watch, we need to stop this. Now we have a brand new bridge that will provide a new and a direct connection between Opebi Allen straight onto Ikorodu Road through the Odoyalaro and the Mende corridor, which will create a positive alternative. It will reduce the pressure on the existing corridor, such as the Mobolaji Bankani Way, the Kudirat Abiola Road, and the general Maryland axis. The objective is straightforward: to improve the efficiency of traffic management with noticeable impact even beyond the immediate environs. It is expected that this will invariably improve the quality of life for all Lagosians. It will reduce the stress that we all go through. It will create greater productivity, and more time will be spent at home resting with our loved ones instead of being on the road. Let me also take a moment to acknowledge the level of engineering that has gone into delivering this project. This was not a straightforward build. The terrain that was very swampy and was prone to flooding, which meant that conventional methods would not suffice. What you see, therefore, is the result of careful planning and application of advanced solutions. We want to thank Messrs. Julius Berger for keeping to time, for keeping to budget, and for once again delivering high-quality road infrastructure. We have equally been intentional about inclusivity, about sustainability, and are providing walkway, bicycle lane, solar-powered street lighting, and embedded service doors. In essence, we have built not just today's needs, but we've also set clear eyes on the ever-expanding demands of the future. Also, as part of the project, we have integrated comprehensive stormwater management system to address the long-standing challenge of flooding along the Odo-Yalaro corridor, thereby strengthening our environmental resilience. The second project, which is the Lagos State Geographical Information Systems Building, known internally as the symbolic proud horse. Historically, the horse was the original instrument of land administration, the companion of explorers and royal cartographers who traversed vast landscape, who measured territories, and who documented boundaries. The largest building represents the evolution of this new legacy, from horseback exploration to advanced digital geographical systems. What this building delivers is most fundamental, is the elimination of legacy paperwork that people usually have bottlenecks in land administration. It will strengthen property administration. It will unlock previously underutilized capital that we have, and it will direct material improvement on our ease of doing business, which we're currently #1, which we want to also further continue to ensure that we stay there. And it is a critical component of building a well-ordered, investment-friendly environment. I'm a surveyor by training. I know what a geographical information system means, and that building is next to none. Once the information starts there, Lagos will go on a level that it will become irreversible. Documents will be processed at the shortest possible time, and we'll be able to advance technology at the highest level. Mr. President, here being represented by the President of the Senate. The third project, which is a multi-agency administrative complex, which will today be formally christened and be called the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Administrative Complex, BATA, directly addresses another priority on this administration, the need for us to improve the speed of efficiency and coordination of our government services. We'll also expect it to create a comfortable and a well-being atmosphere for our civil servants. It is situated on approximately 2 hectares within the Alausa Government Secretariat area. This complex comprises of Block A, B, C, and a D pavilion, which is where we are sitting actually on the D pavilion as we sit, for this commission. It provides over 7,300 square meters of modern, purposeful accommodation that is complete with penthouse conference facility, parking facility with over 300 vehicles, and fully integrated mechanical, electrical, fire safety, and external infrastructure. Like Mr. Deputy said, this building is not only compliant, it also speaks to the needs of our staff, with crèches, with places where our ladies, our young mothers can bring their children and they can bring their little infant. So it is a full, end-to-end. And we're actually also planning, if head of service approve, that we also give them a small gym so that they will be fit and proper and continue to serve the people of Lagos very, very well. And so the decision to name this complex after Your Excellency is both deliberate and symbolic. It reflects our recognition of your enduring contribution to the growth and to the institutional development of your state, of our state, Lagos State, and your role in laying the foundation for the progress we continue to build on every day. Taking together these 3 projects reflects our approach as an administration. I want to thank all the contractors, several of them, on these various jobs. We had to fire and refire and hire contractors, just to ensure that they can deliver first-class, high-quality infrastructure for us. I want to thank each and every one of you. I know that you're all here. Thank you for the great work you have done. And so we identify 3 challenges that face our state and its people, and we respond with practical, well-thought-out solutions, which is what is guiding our Teams Plus agenda. And this sits very well, Your Excellency, with your renewed hope agenda. Very importantly also, we follow through to completion, because we understand that the true measure of governance is not just in plans or ambition, but instead in clear results and measurable outcomes. I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and to thank all of our civil servants who will be the beneficiaries of this project, all of the engineers that have worked from Ministry of Works, Ministry of Infrastructure, and for all of you, taking into account that during this project, you did very well. You ensured that timelines were met, and you ensured that qualities were not compromised. And so as we commission this project, we're also mindful of the fact that we still have a lot to do. We have over 400 days that is lying ahead of us. We will double our efforts. We will ensure that we'll push more investment in infrastructure. We will ensure that we'll strengthen our institutions. And we'll ensure that we're intentional, ensuring that the quality of life for every Lagosian is not lost on us. For us, finishing only makes sense for us to do it well. Winding down is not an excuse for us to slow down. We will not slow down. We'll work double as hard, we'll work double as fast, we'll work double as quick. On the contrary, we'll take the opportunity to wrap up the momentum and we'll rev the engine energetically towards our finish line. I'm indeed proud of what we've been able to do and achieve modestly in the last almost 7 years. Especially, Mr. President, I want to thank you for unwavering support to Lagos State. What you have made, for us and under your administration, we cannot thank you. Lagos, like every other state in the country, has benefited significantly from increase in monthly revenue that accrues to us, and this has enabled us to become more ambitious in our approach, where it gives us the opportunity to tackle more problems and push our deliverables even harder. Mr. Senate President, you know too well what I mean, and I want to thank you to your leadership in the National Assembly for the great work too that you are doing and you continue to do for this country. And then on top of this, we have also enjoyed continued commitment to the transformation of federal infrastructure that we see around in our state. Mr. President, we want to thank you for what we're seeing that is being emerging on the coastal road, a massive upgrade, that we've seen on that corridor. We're also noticing that improvement have started on the Murtala Mohammed International Airport. Thank you, Mr. President. We also know that you are going to fast-track the redevelopment of the Apapa and the Tingan Highland Port. We cannot thank you enough, Mr. President. Your bold reforms continue to speak loud and clear, even beyond the shores of our country. There is no doubt your audacity and your commitment to positively and to productively transform every facet of national life and at reshaping and repositioning their country into one that is able to stand tall and be proud in the Community of Nations. Mr. President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all throughout today is the opening of two very special things that will happen in Lagos. This is the beginning. Tomorrow is also another day. Let me say here publicly on behalf of the people and government of Lagos that we very much look forward to one or more additional presidential commissioning even before the end of our administration. We believe we still have a lot more. We still have so many things that we'll be calling on you to come and do and to support and to help us with. It is now, therefore, my pleasure that I, with a deep sense of pride and fulfillment, that I respectfully invite Your Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, here ably represented by the Senate President, distinguished Senator Godswill Akpabio, to formally once again commission the Opebi-Mende Link Bridge, to dedicate the Bola Ahmed Administrative Complex Alausa, and to unveil and to hand over the Lagos State Geographical Information Service Building. These three projects, all put in one. A Lagos that must continue to move. A Lagos that moves better. A Lagos that we believe will govern better. And we believe that the future of this state is in your hands. The future of this country is in your hand. And there's no better time for you and for us to work together. I want to thank you, Mr. President. God bless you. God bless Lagos State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I so herefore will invite you, Mr. President, sir.